Hey guys, and welcome to the next video on Module 2. And in this video, we're going to be talking about dropship friendly niches. We're going to be filling out this column right here inside of our niche list spreadsheets. And so what does dropship friendly mean? Essentially what it means is that people are drop shipping the products in this niche online. So for example, people are drop shipping chandeliers online. That's what this check is for. We're going to be checking to make sure that, we have competitors. So what we're going to be doing is checking out future competitors by doing research using our old friend Google, and also finding out if the niche is dropship friendly. Of course, we want it to be a yes. We want this column to be yes, it is dropship friendly. The only reason it would be a no is if there are not enough online retailers that we find. If we find, if every single person that we look at online, if every single site that we look at is like a showroom, like a brick and mortar location, then obviously that means that it's not dropship friendly. But if we find some, like even some online retailers, then that is a dropship friendly niche that people are already selling online. So how we're going to do that is, again, we're going to be coming over to Google here, and we're going to be, instead of typing in just chandeliers like we have been, we're going to type in buy chandeliers online. So that's buy your niche online. And the reason for that is to find specifically, people that are selling these online. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to come and we're going to look for sites. We're going to go beyond the ads here, and we're going to be looking at sites that are actually, selling these, that aren't like big sites like, Overstock, stuff like that, or Amazon. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these and we're going to open these in a new tab. We're going to be opening a bunch of tabs here. We're not opening Amazon. We're looking for other sites like this. And we're going to do that for the entire first page here. Coleman Furniture, YT Lighting. And as you can see here, guys, chandeliers you'll love on Wayfair. Just to let you know, like the majority of Wayfair's sales are drop shipping. This is, primarily a drop shipping company. These guys do billions of dollars a year. And I'm not sure. I know that their business model has changed over the years to where they have some more of their own products and private label brands that they've built based on some of the popular products that they sell, but they are still primarily a dropship company. So this is actually a good sign if you see something like Wayfair, because you know that they are dropship friendly. So again, we're just going to continue down here, going Bellicor, Lumens. All right. And so we're going to do that. And another method that we can also do is, again, we can just type in chandeliers. And then we're going to go to shopping. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down. And we're going to come down to where it says seller. And we're going to click on more. And it's going to show us a list. Again, this isn't a complete list. If you remember from our last module talking about, or our last video talking about brands, how they don't feature every single one. The same story goes for the sellers here. They don't feature every single one. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to open up a couple in different tabs. I'm not going to do the entire thing. You can, obviously, anything that that you see here. Like these are like some of the bigger ones, but like Overstock.com, don't need to check that. Walmart, don't need to check that. But when you see these other brands that you may not know, we're going to check and see if they are online retailers or, for example, future competitors. Because again, we're not going to be competing against like brick and mortar stores. We're looking for online only stores that we're going to be competing against, to essentially make sure that this is what we call dropship friendly. So we're going to come over to our tabs here after you've looked at some. And so what we're going to do is, so that actually we can't do that. We can't open those in new tabs. So you actually are going to have to come here and copy this link, come here, paste that. And that's how we're going to do that. So essentially, again, this is starting to look into the niche research here. So what we're going to do is, obviously we're on a website here, 1-800-Lighting. We're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Obviously they're selling a bunch of chandeliers on here, but again, they could be a brick and mortar store, or they could be an online only store, but we're just going to look for some key aspects of their stores to see if what kind of business model they run on. Now, as you can see, they've got customer support, they've got a phone number, live chat, email. But the main thing we want to look for is like an about us policy, our company, so the lighting story. And actually underneath that, the first thing we saw is showroom locations and hours. Immediately that means that these guys have multiple stores. You have Capital Lighting. So these guys have multiple stores. They've got different warehouses. This is an example of a brick and mortar location, because if it were an online store, they're not going to have physical locations. So instantly, I know that I can X this out because this is not going to be a future competitor. This is a brick and mortar retailer. So exiting that out. So the next one I'm going to do is copy One Stop Lighting. Come up here with the plus sign, paste it. All right. Okay, here we go. So again, same exact story here. We're going to scroll down to the bottom. Look, they've got a bunch of stuff for sale. All right, so they've got a help center. They've got quote status, login, international shipping. We're going to go over to they've got support. We're going to go to About Us. All right, launched in 2001 by a close-knit group of friends with a vision of innovating experience for lighting. All right, family of websites. Okay, so what that tells me is that these guys are primarily internet retailers. So this is an example of a future competitor in the lighting or chandelier category, because they explicitly are saying in there About Us that they're an e-commerce company, right? They're an internet retailing company. That's what e-commerce is. So this is an example of a future competitor. So we know that this is a dropship store. So essentially, this is going to be, if you were getting into chandeliers, this would be a competitor. So we know that, again, this stuff is being sold online. So there's one competitor that we know of for drop shipping. Here's another tab that we opened up. So we can take a look here. Bunch of chandeliers, hanging pendant lights. All right, there's a whole bunch of different things here. Okay, again, important links. We're going to go About Us. All right, very positive attitude. Prominent name in the lighting industry. 2005. All right, so it's a big story about them. Okay, our showroom. Okay, so this means that these guys are most likely a brick and mortar location. I'm not seeing anything about an address or anything like that. These guys are also based in India, so we're actually going to exit out of this because they're not even drop shipping in the United States. So we'll come to the next one. We'll go to Lumens here. And again, come down to the bottom, About Us. These guys have a showroom. So this also, again, you can go pretty quickly once you start moving through this. You can kind of take a look and see. These guys, this looks pretty promising. About Us. All right, our office. Okay. All right, we offer 500,000 products from more than 500 trusted brands. Okay, so these guys obviously, it sounds like they allow people to, come on and sell their products. It looks like they are an online company that they sell with. Let's take a look. Digital marketing manager, merchandise buyer, senior account manager. Okay, so coming through here. Customer care, shipping, provide feedback. Yep, so these guys are looking like an online company. They sell a bunch of different stuff. I'm not seeing anything about a warehouse or anything like that though, which leads me to believe that, again, this could be a potential competitor. Just because they have an office doesn't mean that they have a warehouse full of products or that they have a brick and mortar location. These guys could be online only. And selling things which is what I believe. So personally, this to me is another competitor, which means we have already in about 10 minutes, we already have two competitors in this niche, which already leads me to believe that yes, chandeliers are dropship friendly. And what I want you to do is go through all of your niches and use this criteria to determine. Obviously, I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but just go through and check. And what you're looking for is just brands that don't have, websites that don't have, warehouses, showrooms, or anything like that. And those are going to be your competitors. And if you find, a few of them, even a few of them, that niche is going to be dropship friendly, because that means that it's not just a brick and mortar business. And we've already found in a very short amount of time businesses that are selling these things explicitly online and not in a physical location. So that's why it's dropship friendly. You're going to go down through your list and you're going to be doing this research. Yes, I understand that it takes a little bit of time to do this, going through and opening up a bunch of tabs, but this research phase is an integral part, and it's a very imperative step to get right, because this research phase is going to set us up for success for the rest of the store. We're setting up this foundation in module 2 here for all of the other stores, because you don't want to get down into the deeper modules and not have that foundation set up properly. We don't want to build our house, on a rickety foundation. So that's what we're doing here. Take your time, go through this, make sure you understand it, watch the video as many times as you need to. Make sure your niche is dropship friendly, and we'll see you in the next video.